I'm going to cream the sugar and the butter with brown sugar. Once you add the flour, that's when you don't want to overbeat something. So we're just going to get this all mixed in and incorporate it nicely. Okay, so now I just want to make a confession. I've never made this before. I've made plenty of times. My favorite is gingerbread loaves. So I haven't made this before. I have made zucchini bread. I did have a garden last year, and I was having just a nice harvest of zucchini. So I did make zucchini bread, and it was delicious. This one I am doing for the first time. But I did measure out the ingredients ahead of time. This is sour cream. We're going to put sour cream right in the mixture. I'm just trying to think. Okay. Then again, if you see, this is an exact measurement. This side is used for solids or powders, this side. And this side is for your liquid. The blue is for your liquid and the red is for your solid. How I know to put it in the right way, because this is just a two-way tunnel. So what you do is, in order to know that you're in the right direction, that you're putting this in the right direction, this spout right here should line up with the blue. If you get to this blue and the spout, you see that spout there? If that's not pointing directly to the blue, then you know you have it upside down. So you don't want it with the red, you want it with the blue. All right, so I'm gonna mix this in. Be done. So this will be the last of the flour. Get that in. Okay, I'm gonna mix this down in here. Make sure. Now, I want to show you, we're going to add in our bananas. Now hold tight because I want you to see this. These are our bananas. They are ripe. All right. We are, so when you actually place an order, there is a section down at the bottom where it says Round Up to the Heart. That Round Up to the Heart is Feeding America fundraiser. So every time you round up the pennies to the nearest dollar, some people donate more money down at that point. But if you just donate, even if it's a penny, if it's $4.99 and you decide to round up, that one penny will still go to Feeding America. And the beautiful thing is we have, and I'm saying this for now, before this pandemic, we were already 27 million that was donated to Feeding America. I'm going to do some research because since the pandemic, we've had so many just fundraisers specifically for Feeding America. And we do fundraisers for everything, but this was another thing that we were doing. So a person would have a Pampered Chef party, and part of the proceeds will go to Feeding America. This tool right here, every mix and chop tool that's sold, $1 will go to Feeding America. So that's just another means or another way that money is going to that worthy cause. This tool is used all the time in our household. We don't use it just for ground turkey or ground chicken or ground beef. We also use it, like I'm going to show you, just to mix and chop. It is going to mash these bananas. These bananas are nice and ripe. And I want to just show you. You see that? That mashed those really nicely. This has like a twisting action. You put your thumb here, you rest it here, and then you can just squish it down. This is so wonderful. I'm just going to show you now how this is forming. I'm telling you, I never made this before. This, you see how it's getting? Those bananas are getting nice and smushy. Mushy. Okay. So now we have our bananas all nice and mushed. I'm looking at these bananas. These would go perfect in a smoothie. I made a smoothie this morning. I believe, yeah, I posted my bowl with the yogurt and the enrichables. The enrichables, I'll show you real quick. I keep them in my little holder here. Since we're not having any picnics or anything, this usually has, I put my forks and knives, my plastic forks and knives and napkins, but not a lot of that going on right now. So I use it to hold my enrichables. Enrichables are designed to just do that, enrich whatever you're serving as your meal. So this enrichables, I'm going to put a packet of the protein, the pea protein, into our banana nut bread. That's going to enrich it with more fiber, protein. So that's what I'm going to use for that. In that bowl that I showed you the other morning, I had the kale and fiber, and that I mix with my vanilla yogurt. I mix that first, it gets green, but I also put my fruit in there individually and make it like a fruit bowl. Now, I was saying that I could take that same mixture, put it into this blender, and just do a smoothie. Smoothies are definitely good for you as far as a nice protein drink or whatever. But I'm gonna put the kale and the protein, put that right into our bread. Now, this can also go in our smoothie. It can go in marinara sauce. You can do it in spaghetti sauce. You can put these into anything. That's the beautiful thing of it. I could even put it into the soup. I didn't even think about it. I always like to have it out in front of me so that I will do that. So I'm gonna mix this in. You see that's all in there. I'm gonna mix this in. You could put in brownies. If you put the kale obviously in the brownie won't turn it green, so you can easily disguise it in a brownie. So if someone in your family is not getting the fruits and vegetables that they should, that's a nice way to enrich their meal. So I'm putting the bananas in here and get that all in. Last little bit. Okay. Mix that good. This is so nice. And what I'm going to do is just spoon in the nuts. Okay. Don't want to overbeat it. So I get rid of all of that. Now I'm ready to put this in. So this one's still in the seasoning process because I don't bake too much with it. However, you can tell when you get it, it still has a smoothness to it. But I did put a nonstick spray on the stone. So I'm gonna put this into our stone. Okay, this is the silicone spatulas. They're heat safe to 400, I think 400 degrees here, and they're also heat safe on the handle. If you notice that if you go to, like, say someplace and they're having brunch and they're cooking and making the omelets, when you look at theirs, it's like so burnt and crisp on the top. It's like really bent down, it's burnt and all. These will stay nice. They don't burn unless you put a direct fire, of course. But these are very good. They're heat safe to, like I said, something like 450 degrees. So I'm gonna put this in, but I am gonna mix it one last time. Oh, I forgot the walnuts. I do want to get the walnut. While I'm getting the walnuts, I want you to take a look at that soup. Take a look at this soup. Okay. I knew I had walnuts. I just had to find where they were. So, let's see an easy way to cut this. Okay, these scissors are from way back when. Had them for a very long time. They're still sharp. And when we first used to do demonstrations with those, we would show that it can actually cut a penny. I haven't cut a penny in these forever, but it actually did cut the penny right in half. Oh, I don't know, maybe, I guess like a cup. I really don't know how much to use. I'm gonna go for a cup. The almonds, these are walnuts. Put the walnuts in here, and we're gonna chop them. Now you can use the chopper for this, or you can use this tool. So this is it if you didn't want it to go too much, but we're gonna do flavor and not so much the chunks. So look at that, it's getting there. Look at this, see that? Okay, now this here is a manual food processor. You could put these tomatoes in here and make not guacamole. You could make a bruschetta pasta. I use fresh tomato, basil, a little olive oil, and garlic, and some salt, and you put that in here. You crush, you use the manual food processor, and it makes a nice bruschetta to go over fresh pasta, and it's a nice vegetarian dish, filling and so delicious. Okay, I am done with this. I'm gonna put this in. I'm so excited. Good. I just had to go over there really quick and check my granola mixture. So the brown sugar and the honey is cooking really nicely over there. It's to get to a bubbly state, and it's already at that state. I'm gonna do this. Go easy. Kind of fill these evenly so we can have even cakes. All right, so let me check this out. A little left. Always like to eyeball it to see what needs what. So let's put this here. Get them about equal. I think that looks good. I already have the oven preheated at 350 degrees. This looks really good, guys. Very nice. Okay, going in. Let's see how this turns out. I'm going to take my gloves off. I want to put that. just going to show you. Here is our honey and brown sugar. Just going to mix in our rolled oats. These are, put this up. What's this? This is right off the stove. This is our rolled oats, and I'm going to get all this out to mix this. And mix this really. Now, like I said, I put actual mango in here, so I am going to mash these in so it's not chunks of mango. I should have actually put those in the manual food processor to get those in. So the idea right now is just to coat everything with the honey and the brown sugar and the cinnamon. I have all that coated. The recipe is the post where it talks about the butternut squash. This is actually a nice add to the soup. You see how this is getting? You see that? And this glass is hot. I don't know if you can see the smoke, but there's smoke coming out of the top of that. So what I'm going to do is get our this is the silicone bar maker, all right? On the recipe, it does not call for you to actually do that, to do anything else with this, but to just sprinkle it onto your soup. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to form it into these bowls, these bars, and then this way I'll have a portion size amount. If I want to cut it in half, I can cut it in half, and it's going to get hard as it firms up. So I'm just going to put these in, and I may not have enough to go around for all of these. Here, I'm going to use our scoop for this because I really want it to be about the same size. All right, so I'm going to use a small scoop, and I'm going to show you how I really make these nice in these form bars. These could be quinoa bars. You can do yogurt bars. There's like a ton of recipes to make this this bars of any kind. This silicone can go in the oven and can also go in the freezer. For some of those bars, the yogurt bars, I see people doing freezer ones. Or you can just let it sit and set up by itself, and that's what this is going to do. This is actually going to set. We don't even have to cook these at all. Now watch what I do. If you get this bar maker as a set, it comes with the little spatula, and I use this spatula to kind of fit everything in there nicely. Yes, you can use a spoon, you could use another kind of spatula, but this one is so cute. It goes right perfectly the right size for this. All right, let me show you. Fitting everything in. And this is very hot because remember our brown sugar and honey. That's what I call a finale. Do you see what's going on right now? You know how it has 13 seconds left. In a fireworks show, it does that last nice. Everything goes together. And now our soup is ready. So I'm going to show you what our soup looks like. It's amazing to be able to make our soup like that. Now, butternut squash is not the only soup I make in here. I make sweet potato soup and broccoli cheddar soup. The broccoli cheddar soup is different than the one I get from Pampered Chef. This is actually a Pampered Chef recipe, but the broccoli cheddar soup, I take a Panera Bread copycat of their broccoli cheddar soup. So I really love that soup, and it comes out so good. All right, so these are formed. I didn't have enough to go in the whole thing, but I'm going to show you how I do. So I'm going to cover this over, and like I said, these are hot. So I'm putting this down. This is so beautiful. If you wanted to go to somebody's house and just pass out snacks, or if you wanted to just put these in the fridge and then let them set, and then just make your, just pop them out when you need them. It's nice and flat. You see that? It's nice and flat. This fits so nice all around. Just make sure it's all done. And I'm going to put this in the fridge and we'll take a look at this afterwards. But I'm going to show you the soup. So that's the beeping to let us know that it's done. I don't have half and half. Let me just see real quick. Okay. So half a cup. So I don't have half and half. This is up to you. So you can use, I've used almond milk with this just to make that cream just a little creamier. I've used half and half. This is low fat, half and half. I use heavy cream. I've done it all. I did a show before COVID. I also do kitchen shows where I actually go and cook in somebody's house, and they have a whole bunch of people in the home, and I do a full demonstration. That's the best time because you get to taste the food that I make. So this is just food that we're just gonna have to eat, and it's fine because we're all home, and I'm gonna have soup tomorrow. But the thing is with this, I was at somebody's house, and the host and a few of her guests were vegetarians. So they did not eat, like they were vegan. So they didn't have any animal products, which is milk is an animal product as well. So I had the almond milk. And like I said, I make almond milk right in this blender. So it's a wonderful thing. I'm going to show you how this changes. So I'm going to take the top off. This right here is a ladle. This ladle is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. It only comes in a set though. You can buy the other pieces separate, like the spatula that is used to flip fish. Technically, if you're making a fish, you should use the spatula because a fish is kind of flaky and it protects it. It's like a little... This is it. So it's designed to flip fish. It does it nicely and keeps it intact. But you can buy these separately, but you can't buy this separate. And this is so nice. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay. Let's see. So this was that root vegetable that I showed you. These were big chunks of butternut squash and also carrots. Remember, we put the onion in here and everything. You can eat it like this. This is perfectly fine, but I like to put a little cream in my soup. So I'm going to show you how it actually looks with the cream. But it calls for a half a cup of cream. Here's this one. And really, you don't even need that much. But you put this in, and then we're going to pulse it. It has a pulse section. You see that? So now our soup is all done. I'm gonna ladle it out. This soup is beautiful. Look at that. It's nice and smooth and velvety. See that? Show you. This soup is nice and velvety. And I'm gonna show you with the just going to show you a little bit of the granola and how it would look with it. Of course, I messed up one of my bars, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Oh, that went down all the way. So I guess it should have set a little bit more. But the flavor is what you'll get. So that's the finished product of the soup. Nice and creamy. No more need to go out and buy your soups from somewhere else. You can make it right at home. This right here, if you host a show, you can get it at half price. If it's a special for that month, then you can also get it at 60% off. So it depends on the month that you have your show. Would make a difference as to the special. Like the guest special for this month, like I said, are these. You choose one. The host special are the cookware for this month. So we got cast iron now, and we also have the nonstick cookware. Those are all 60% off, either set or individual pieces, whichever one you decide. I am available all through the year. If you pick a month, I can tell you what the special is. For that, we're like about 2 to 3 months out, where I can tell you which one is better. But virtual is, you tell me today, we can start the next day. I usually start on a Saturday, make it Saturday to Saturday, and that's how I usually do it. So thank you for staying on with me. What I'll do is I'll post a picture of the bread and hopefully those bars. Take care, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I just wanted to come on real quick just to show you that it actually cleans itself too. So you fill it to three cups of water, and then you put like 2 squirts of dish detergent in, and you set it to heated wash, and that heats up to 140 degrees to clean this thoroughly. And we're done. I rinse this out and then dry it out, and I'm ready to use it again. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.